doesn't pay being a fucking little cunt, you know that? Really fucking up. Cause now I'm gonna fucking take it out on fucking everybody you fucking love. Here we are. All you have to do is fucking answer me, that's all you have to do. Looks easy enough to fucking climb. Fucking do some smashing here, fuck.
Music 2020.
Once I had to lose all abuse I used. Lower than low, then what do you know? Then my sane hit sick, who knew? Thinking about a lot of pain. Back when I was little, when nigga was shit the game. Nobody came for me when I was in the lane of going insane, but that was a part of the game. With a retain up in the brain, I was headed for change. I became the name, pain with a claim. When I was never gonna be the one in the flame, but I gotta remain full of heart and part of the gang. Mother always said, you better reduce it, or end up in the slammer and forever reclusive. The evil inside of me, I can never refuse it. Never knew there was a way for me to sever abuses. The devil is calling, love level is falling. Pedal never stalling, heavy metal was all in for brawling. Had the gall to wanna stop it all, but all balling. Drawing, rhythm I give them to bring y'all in. Lyrically take you through hell. Heaven, the 6 at the 7 you smell. All in my tails, they told me I was to fail, but I'm one of the legends who sail. I took my anguish and put it to language. I spit it up and hang with those equally dangerous. I threw a strange fit, technique that came with some deep insane shit. My skin hit sick, that came with hits. A lot of pain did quick, the famous shit. Got me a strange business, my name switched quick. They got the game twisted, if your lane dismissed. Just what I was taking on the pain that sits. Then I put it to the paper, never tame it. Lit when I hop off the top now. My sane hit sick, then I flame this bitch. Don't play no games, we bust shots. And all you who defame, we trust not. Once I had to lose all abuse I used. Lower than load, and what do you know? Then my sane hit sick, who knew?
I give them the bring.
Then I flame this bitch. Then I flame this bitch.
You see all the demons on the way? Take a little closer look. You'll see shadows and all sorts of figures in the ride over to demonstrate his dominance.
You must think you're hurt, but I had to find my way to make it feel. You might be a fire.
You better watch out for those demons, because those demons come for people. Karmic justices are crazy fucking thing. I know a lot about it.
What I came for.
I never ask you where you're going. I've never asked you where you've been. I've never called and checked your story. You stayed out with all your friends. I've never tried to catch you lying. I didn't want to know the truth. I'd rather go on loving blind, girl, than go on loving without you. I wish I didn't know now what I didn't know then. I wish I could start this whole thing over again. I'm not saying that you would ever be true. I just don't want to know how it ends. You'd still have my heart in the palm of your hand. I'd still look like a fool in front of your friends. Yeah, I wish somehow I didn't know now what I didn't know.
This is all the same year as the shooting and death of my fiance and the stabbing and murder of my best friend. My son and this guy's son, they grew up together. It was a big deal. It happened like a month before Chris did the dog. Rob had been in our lives since Devlin was a baby, and that dog meant a lot to him.
I sure found out too much to stay. Please don't say you're sorry. I might wait another day. I wish I didn't know now what I didn't know then. I wish I could start this whole thing over again. I'm not saying that you would ever be true. I just don't want to know how it ends. You still have my heart in the palm of your hand. I still look like a fool in front of your friends. Yeah, I wish somehow I didn't know now what I didn't know then. You still have my heart in the palm of your hand. I still look like a fool in front of your friends. Yeah, I wish somehow I didn't know now what I didn't know then. Yeah, I wish somehow I didn't know now what I didn't know then.
My son started his school not too long after the dog had been killed. You know, he got up every day and he just does what he's supposed to do. He didn't cause any harm to anybody. Chris killed his dog. His dog. That was his dog. It wasn't my dog. It was his dog. The kid even put his own money toward it. Chris has never said sorry, never written him a letter, never showed him any kindness whatsoever, never any remorse for what he's done. I myself suffer from terrible bouts of anxiety and PTSD for sure. Devlin had lost his potential stepfather to murder, his godfather to murder, and then his dog to murder. And his best bro, which was Chris, he looked at him like family. And Chris promised him he would never hurt him or let any harm come to this family. We went above and beyond for this man. I didn't have to do that. My son didn't have to do that. We just didn't have to do that. And he threw a tantrum. That's what he did. He threw a tantrum because the girl that he wanted to have access to again, if he wasn't in the house or wasn't allowed, and I was serious when I told him to go, well, then he's going to get back at me. But instead of getting back at me, which he did do, by the way, he did get back at me, of course he did. For nothing, though, I didn't do anything wrong. Let's recap. This was my house. He's telling me to mind my own business. This is my business. You're a guest in my house. She was a guest in my house. That is two people in my house. That is my business. My business. Not to mention that I paid for his life for that entire time when he needed a place. I paid for everything, all of his expenses, everything. So again, that's my business. Sometimes you just go above and beyond for people and they literally destroy you. There's no good lesson in this other than not to trust and all that negativity. Negativity. This is my baby boy. He's keeping us safe after Adam's murder. He's watching the door. He's on my lap. He's the security, don't you know? He is taking his job extra serious. I used to call him my little mighty. On top of that, a lot of people lately have been asking me, Sherry, why? I can't just not be friends with him, or I can't just this or that. Okay, then don't. But you won't have any respect for me, and you won't have any camaraderie from me, and you will not have my friendship, and you will not have anything because you are the problem as well. And we all just stand idly by and just allow evil to be evil, and we don't give a fuck about it, and we just let everybody be tyrants, and we just we don't shun them for that, we don't hold them responsible, and we don't level up. Then you're just a bunch of puppets. You don't really have any feelings or any morals or any ethics, integrity. There's nothing there, really. And someone said to me, well, would you just stop being friends with him? I know where that context is coming from. We knew a lot of things about Chris, and we did stay friends with him. But there's a difference here. First of all, I'm a huge, huge animal advocate. Okay? Before even battered women, I put animals higher in my priority list. And that's not to say it is more of a priority. It's just to say that that's where my compassion was, for the most part. And I'm pretty sure that most of you feel the same way about dogs. He killed a dog. God only knows how many more he's done that to. They used to have a little dog over at his house. I don't know whatever happened to that. I probably could have forgiven Chris for a lot of things. I probably could have gotten over the lies, the manipulations, even the triangulation, as long as, he was aware that what he was doing or whatever. If he came to me and said, Sherry, I fucked up, or even if he said he fucked up about hurting the girl, we could have had dialogue about it. I would have been open to it when she had left here and she was safe. He knows that. He knows that. The really sick thing about all this is that when I met him, literally when I met him, he was here.
He crosses
another
and
girl
continues to
from the
cross
same shit.
these barriers and boundaries that aren't supposed to be crossed. There's certain things that as human beings, it's just not done, regardless of what your station in life is, regardless of how, bad you are, or how fucking gangster you are, or whatever the fuck. There are just certain things we don't do.
And so when that happens in my house,
you just don't.
I don't feel weird about
and if you're okay with that,
I'm a girl,
I cannot see you as a human being that I want to be around if you're that apathetic to it.
I should have done that, but I didn't do that.
So change all the statuses on your thing that's, or your posts and whatever. Because I look at everyone's shit and I'm like, oh my god, they think they're animal activists, but they still turn around. And even if they're not activists, that they have a bleeding heart for these things, and yet they still turn around with one person that is 100% guilty of this, admitted it to the girl in her text messages. He admitted it to another mutual friend, and on top of that, he had said that that was something he was going to do. He's lying. And you just use it as an excuse to just be apathetic and to just continue because you think there's some benefit in it somehow. You know what the benefit is? The benefit is being real and true to who your convictions are. So please, take down any posts, any of you who talk to him about animals or the care of animals, because you don't care. You don't care. Because in real life, not on social media, but in real life, in our lives, in real life, you know my son, you know my dogs, you know me. Am I lying? Do I lie? Have I ever? No. Could I be wrong? No. If there was an iota of a chance that this shit didn't happen and he's not responsible or he wasn't responsible, I would not even bring it to surface. Because I was hoping against all fucking hope that this guy wasn't a fucking monster. Because I loved him like a brother, like a family, like a person that I trusted in my home for 4 years. Come and go as they please, as if this door was open to somebody who could fucking do that. What the hell's wrong with me? But now you know what the hell is wrong with you. I don't care to find out. I wish you all the very best in life, but you know what? God forbid somebody do something as fucking fucked up as this shit to you. You won't have my sympathy. You just won't. Or if they do it to your kid too, you won't. After all we've been through, he still did that. After all he had been through, he still did that. He still fucking did that. I can't get over this. Every day it eats away at me. If he was in front of me right now, I think I would do more than hurt him. If I had an opportunity at this point in time, I have had opportunities. There have been a couple of people that would have taken care of him. And I told them not to. I don't know why I did that. Maybe because I'm not a monster. But you all are making it really hard to stay human. All you have to do is just be fucking human. All of this, and you can still sit with him, talk to him, smile at him, even look at him. Go kick rocks. Don't ever come near me, ever. Anybody, except his actual brothers, because they have no choice. But anybody who sits next to this motherfucker is no better than this motherfucker. Period. That's where we're at in our plight as human beings right now. I don't follow the if you can't beat them, join them attitude. And nor do I follow the mantra, don't do anything when something in front of you is wrong. This is not gangster shit. This is not street shit. This is not anything like that. This is sheer and utter and total mental illness. And speaking of totally not gangster or not bad boy or whatever the fuck, who the fuck thinks anybody who fucks with a fucking 4-pound fucking chihuahua is powerful? Or like whatever. What is with all these guys beating girls up? Girls with heart disease, for fuck's sakes. Girls, women, girls. If you don't like them, don't date them. If you can't keep your hands off them that way, don't date them. And then to go after a little tiny dog, get like a little boy's dog. That's not fucking G shit. That's fucking. It's like weird fucking the villain in that really creepy weirdo villain in like the movie, the pussy weirdo villain, like the guy who can't get no fucking dates and these fucking you know what I mean, like that guy. And he smells weird. That guy. That's the kind of shit that's going on. People are just like okay with this. What the fuck?
This mutual friend of ours asked me, well, how did the dog even get outside? Excuse me. But my bedroom door is usually closed. He's usually in the bed with me. It was early in the morning and I had guests here. They ended up letting the little dog out because my bedroom door was open. And they let the big dog out but didn't see that the little dog was out. And little dog is used to having the gate pried open and the back door open when he goes to visit his girlfriend. And I'll stand there and wait for him. Or I'll have somebody stand there and wait for him. So he's used to going to his little girlfriend's place. That's what he'd do. He got a date in the morning. Chris knew that, so he waited for him. Maybe he even put someone up to it. It happened to be a very hot day that day, and so we needed to open the door to the bedroom to deal with the air conditioning. And that's why the dog got out. FYI. Chris said he put somebody else up to it, but I think he's just trying to protect his ass so that he doesn't get in trouble for being around here. I guess there's probably some stipulation he's not supposed to be around here or something. And Chris's MO is strangulation, by the way, so. And plus, he took full responsibility for it in the text, and he said he was going to do it himself before he did it to numerous people.
Looks easy enough to fucking climb. Fucking do some smashing here, fuck.
I feel obliged, too, to point out he only dated this girl for 2 weeks. Did all of that to us over somebody he dated for
really fucking
2 weeks.
So now I'm gonna fucking take it out of fucking everybody you fucked about. Here we are. You're fucking answering it, that's all you have to do.
Oh, hello, baby boy. Well, hello. Are you sitting pretty? Oh, he's so cute.
When you get older, plainer, saner, when you remember all the danger we came from. Burning like embers, falling tender, longing for the days of no surrender years ago. And will you know? So smoke 'em if you got 'em, 'cause it's going down. All I ever wanted was you.
dog decides this is awesome. Won't get out of the hot tub. And it's sitting up straight so it can get its spine. And it's like, whoa, it's like really enjoying it. Sure they don't. Look, dogs have eyebrows. That tells you they have feelings. When Nova's even confused, he looks at you and
Is that lost on you? Baby, is that lost on you? Is that lost on you? Wish I could see the machinations, understand the toil of expectations in your mind.
And that's why when you look at your face,
Hold me like you never lost your patience. Tell me that you love me more than hate me all the time. And you're still mine. So smoke 'em if you got 'em, 'cause it's going down. All I ever wanted was you. Let's take a drink of heaven, this can turn around. Let's raise our glass all to all the things I've lost on you. Oh, tell me how they lost on you. Oh, just that you could cut me loose. Oh, after everything I've lost on you, is that lost on you?
We have art,
Okay.
and what we're doing is we are how to say it?
Because it's not just an act of violence. It's a betrayal. It's not just losing one's temper. It's a plotted out and malicious attack because he was not getting his way. And I told him to fuck right off because he hit and hurt a woman in my house. And we don't do that in my house. And he knows that. And there are rules here. My rules. My house. My guests. You're not paying. You're not supporting yourself. I'm supporting you. My rules. Then you say, I'm getting in your business. But let's just go back to common decency and actually just behaving with manners in one's house. Who do you think you are? The audacity of being able to take from someone the way you did, and then to take from someone the way you did. The loss of that animal represented an entire section of my son's trajectory that you fucked with, and we can never, ever, ever change it. Do you know how bad I feel for that? I have avoided being with men, having relationships, being in a boyfriend-girlfriend situation, in a marriage situation, whatever, because of that very reason. I have stayed single mostly because of that very reason. And been lonely, and when I did find someone, they were murdered, and then you do that to me. You do that to my son. You do that to us after everything we've done for you. And then you explain it the way you do. I never get over it. I just can't. And I feel like I have to, because apparently we're supposed to forgive people in order to get to heaven. And you ain't gonna be the reason I don't go to fucking heaven, you piece of shit. Because I'm a good person. And you've made me feel feelings I don't think that I should feel. So I can just imagine what my son feels. And that's why, everybody, that's why I feel the way I feel. And that's why I gotta cut you off. And that's why I gotta tell you to just kick rocks and keep on going. Because if you're gonna sit down with that, if you're gonna be okay with that, then I cannot be okay with you. Not for my sake and not for his sake. Not that I don't love you guys. Because you fucking know I do. But we've been hurt enough. By literally almost every single person that's walked through this door in this capacity. But nothing like what he did. Never in a million years, Christopher, did I think you would ever be capable of hurting us the way you did. Because I was mad at you. Because you were doing wrong. Period. You were not right in this situation. Not one thing about it was correct. You didn't have a right to do that. Not in any shape or form. Not in any way. Not in any way.
Ha ha ha!
It does look like.
Oh my god. That's epic. For your laughter though, it's like, it's really not that funny then. It's not that funny. It's funny, but it's not that funny.
I see all these guys that they run with this or they run with that. Like, I don't know, man. If I was the person involved in being around that, I would be so embarrassed that there's people around me like that. I'm embarrassed that there was people around me like that. But like, I don't know. It's like there's a group of guys there. Like, they're allowed to hurt kids. People are just allowed to hurt kids. They're allowed to hurt little dogs, little puppy dogs, and kids. I didn't think that's what shit was about. I didn't think that's what shit was about. I really didn't think that's
So
what
after
shit was
2
about.
years, it's become fundamentally clear that I'm not getting closure on this. Not
Part of the other reason I'm really
form of
angry
closure
is
I
because
needed to do this video because he goes around telling people
everything,
that he didn't do it.
my entire world,
He goes around
since
telling
Adam's
people
death,
that there was other reasons
everything is
why things
topsy-turvy.
happened.
Everything
He
is
absolves himself
backwards.
of any responsibility of it.
Who the fuck allows
But
that?
this is the truth.
In
I had
friendships,
nothing to
in clubs,
gain
in groups,
at
in whatever.
all
Who
by
the
losing
fuck
a
allows that?
friendship.
Who allows
I hardly
puppy
knew the
dogs
girl
and
that he
children
was
to
with.
be harmed?
I took her in because she needed help too.
I can't get behind that
And
shit. I can't get behind that shit.
He
I
had
don't
no
want to get
loyalty
behind that shit. That's crazy shit.
until he
What the
acted
fuck is
like
going on in the world? What
flake.
the? I don't get it.
A crazy
I
person.
don't get it. I
And he
don't
was a
get
danger.
it.
And then he was more of a danger. So I made the right fucking call by kicking his ass out of here. Obviously. And I don't care if it pisses him off. I don't give a fuck. I don't. I don't care. I don't care. Because sometimes we gotta do and say what the fuck is real. And stop letting people determine us. I am not afraid to stand up for the real thing, the truth of things. And I do have morals. They may not go with society all the time. And I may be lenient in a lot of things. But there are many things that I stand up for. And I always have. And I don't back down. I want to forgive, not for his sake, for mine. So if anyone out there knows how to do that, let me know. Because I'm like sick to my stomach over this. I still haven't dealt with this. I've managed to get past, to a degree, Adam and Rob's murders. And I'm doing pretty good with the human aspect. And then we lost 2 more people that were very important. Then another one after that. Adam's sister. And then my friend Melissa, not that long ago. And then prior to that, our old neighbor Clint, which was awful. Everything about all of this is always just awful. But all that wasn't like a choice, you know? So, for my benefit, not for his, and for my son's benefit, any suggestions on forgiveness, I am all ears. Thank you for listening to me, because it's all I can do. Really. It's just all I can do. I'm not always a well person, so